Next, we'll talk about combining two functions. Here we have f of x equal x squared plus 3x and g of x equal 2x minus 1. The first thing we're going to do is add these together. And the symbol for this looks like f plus g parentheses x. And this means to add f of x and g of x. This does not mean multiply by x. So we are going to add f and g, but we're not going to multiply by x. This just tells you that the variable that we're using is x, and that is not multiplication. So in this example, we have x squared plus 3x, which is f, and g is 2x minus 1. When we add them together, we combine like terms, and we get x squared plus 5x minus 1, because we add the 3x and the 2x and get 5x. So this is how we add two functions together. Let me fix this. Now the next thing we will do is subtract them, and that looks like this. F minus g of x means to take f of x and subtract g of x. So we have x squared plus 3x minus 2x minus 1. Now you need the parentheses here because we have to distribute the negative sign, and that becomes minus 2x plus 1. Combining like terms again, we get x squared plus x plus 1. Let's see multiplication. Here we have f, g, x, and that means take f of x and multiply by g of x. Now we have x squared plus 3x times 2x minus 1. And we're going to multiply that out. So we have x squared times 2x. That gives us 2x cubed. And then we take x squared times negative 1 is negative x squared. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. And then 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. Combining like terms, it's 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 3x. That's multiplication. Now before we do division, let's go back up and look at domains of these functions. This is a quadratic, and the domain will be all real numbers, because there are no square roots that we have to worry about, or no denominators. Same for g of x. G of x is a line, and its domain is all real, so there's no problems when we add, subtract, multiply. But when we divide, which looks like this, that's f of x divided by g of x. We have x squared plus 3x all divided by 2x minus 1. Remember, we cannot have 0 in the denominator. So for our domain, we have to make sure that 2x minus 1 is not equal to 0. We cannot divide by 0. So 2x can't equal 1, or x can't equal 1/2. So we have all real numbers for our domain except x can equal 1/2. Or another way to write that would be from negative infinity to 1/2, not including it, and then jump over half and go to infinity. So this is everything except a half is in the domain of the division problem. Okay, let's try composition. Composition looks like this. F circle G, it's an open circle, looks like fog, and this is called composition. And what we do here is rewrite the problem in the same order without the circle. And this means to take the function g and plug it into f wherever there's an x. So we're going to replace x in f with the whole function g of x. So just for an example, suppose we want like f of a. Let's go back. F of a just means put a in for x. I'm just taking a and putting it in for x. Or if I want f of 2, I take 2 and take it and plug it in for x. If I want f of g, I take g and plug it in for x. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the function, which is 2x minus 1, and wherever there's an x in f, remember f of x is x squared plus 3x, I'm going to put in 2x minus 1. Then I'm going to simplify it. By multiplying this out, so I do 2x times 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1 times minus negative 1, and then 2x times negative 1. Okay, combining like terms, that's going to give me 4x squared plus 2x minus 2. Okay, I can also do g circle f of x, and this means plug in f of x for g. So we're going to do g f of x. So let me just do it this way this time. G means take anything in here, multiply by 2, and subtract 1. That's G's rule, the original rule. So in this box, we're going to put in f of x. So we take f of x, and we put it in for x in g. We place x with f of x and put that in g. So it's going to be 2, that's G's rule, times whatever f is, and f is x squared plus 3x, and then we're going to subtract 1. So wherever x is in g, we will replace it with the whole function f of x. This is what f of x is. And simplifying that, we get 2x squared plus 6x minus 1. So notice f circle g is not the same as g circle f. We can also do f circle f or g circle g. It means plug f into f. And remember, f is square the number and then multiply that same number by 3. That's f's rule. So in this box, we're going to put back f again, and so that's going to be f, which is x squared plus 3x squared plus 3 times f, x squared plus 3x. So we're putting f in here in this empty box into f again. Okay, now we FOIL this out or multiply it out. And we get and then we can combine like terms. We have x to the 4th plus 6x cubed plus 12x squared plus 9x. And that's how we can combine functions.